Okay, tonight I'm going to make roasted cauliflower roasted in the air fryer. I'm going to start with 340 grams of cauliflower or 12 ounces. To that I'm going to add 3 mushrooms, a couple of serrano peppers, half an Anaheim pepper, probably about a quarter of an onion, put on with a mandolin, and then a tomato, and then I'm going to roast the stuff in the air fryer. This is going to be relatively spicy, I guess. I'm going to use smoked paprika and cayenne pepper, but let's get started. Okay, first the cauliflower. I know some people like to break it up or whatever. I tend to like to slice it thin. Now, I've never actually done this in the air fryer before. I've only ever done it in a frying pan, and I actually prefer it this way. So it comes out kind of like that. But that's the start. Now I'm going to season the cauliflower now because I want most of the seasoning to be on the cauliflower. Plus, as I look at how full this is, I may have overshot how much stuff I actually think I'm going to put in there. So we're going to start off with a quick splash of olive oil. Then we're going to add coarse black pepper, quite a bit, reasonable dusting of seasoning salt, smoked paprika. This actually is going to serve two purposes. One, it's going to add some heat, and two, it's going to add some color. And then garlic powder. Once we have all that on, we mix this around. And I guess technically, I could just start the roasting process from here. This is all this really needs. But I also like roasted peppers and mushrooms and stuff, so I'm adding that. Also, I think the roasted tomato will add a nice break from the heat that I suspect this is going to have. Well, while I think of it, I'm going to add just a touch of cayenne pepper. Now, the cayenne pepper and the smoked paprika have different kinds of heat. One is more of a follow-on heat, and one is more of an upfront heat. Okay, so that's really all we need to roast cauliflower, but now we're going to add the other bits. So we're going to start with a couple of serrano peppers. And these are, I guess, a little hotter than jalapenos, or at least a little hotter than the jalapenos we get around here. Then I'm going to add 3 mushrooms. These are, I guess, about a medium size. Any mushrooms work, really. Okay, now we're going to add our pepper and our onion. And for the onion, I'm going to use a mandolin. I want the onion really fine. I want it to come out really crispy. That should be more than enough onion. Again, the cauliflower is to be the star of the show, not the onion. Then we're going to add, just a second, let me wash off my knife. Going to add a bit of Anaheim pepper. finally, some Campari tomato. Now this Campari tomato is a bit bigger than I typically like. I typically like them small enough that I can just throw them whole. And then we mix that around. The whole thing goes in the air fryer. I'm not really sure how long, given this is the first time I did this and this is a lot of stuff. I'm going to start with 10 minutes. And we'll take a look and see how it looks after that. At the very least, it looks like it would make a great salad the way it sits now. Anyway, I guess we'll check back. So it'll be 10 minutes at 200 degrees Celsius or 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, we've preheated. Oh, that is a lot of stuff. Preheated air fryer. In it goes. This is probably going to take more than 10 minutes, actually. All right, back in 10. Okay, after 10 minutes, it looks like that. So it's coming along, and it is shrinking down. I think this needs at least another 10 minutes to get to the consistency I'm looking for. So, but this one, like some of these, like that's getting a nice roast on it. Anyway, another 10 minutes, see what happens. So this is after 20 minutes. Again, good roast on it, flavor-wise. Flavor's nice. A bit spicy. I think the tomatoes added too much moisture, so it's not quite as crispy as I'd like. So I think it's going in for another 8 minutes. Okay, 30 minutes in, and that's about the right amount of crispiness. I think next time I would skip the tomatoes because they add too much moisture, and I'd probably cut down on the spices a bit because this is quite hot, which is fine, but as long as you know that going in, I'd probably cut down on the cayenne. Anyway, that's it. Give it a shot, see what you think.